It's a great day to be alive. Hello, beautiful people. Real quick today, I just want to express something that I've encountered recently, and I know other people encounter this too, as in reference to when you are trying or have established a relationship with God, you moving differently in terms of not moving for the world or the way that you used to move. I say that from my own experience because the life I lived before had nothing to do with praising God or trying to get to the kingdom, right? So when you start to make a decision to start to change, it's not that you think you better than nobody, you're not holier than thou, and I'm not talking about the religious folks' relationship with God, right? Because religious people will have you thinking that you're supposed to change and you're going to change overnight, and if you don't change, they will condemn you to hell. But that's not the love of God. God didn't send Jesus here to die for our sins if we were going to be condemned to hell every time we did something, right? God knew we were going to make mistakes, which is why Jesus was always the way, the plan, the truth, the light, right? So if Jesus was always the plan to save us because we couldn't save ourselves, then how can another man condemn us? Again, I'm not talking about the religious definition of getting to the kingdom, because the religious people, honestly, I don't even know if they're going to be standing at the gates because they're very judgmental. But I'm just talking about when you're just truly just trying to, again, live according to the word spiritually, so you don't do the things that you may have done before. It wasn't an overnight process, it's gradual. But then people want to say things like, he or she they for God, they not doing all that. But don't get me wrong, I am for God. I'm not doing some of the things, but don't think that just because the world's way is acceptable to you, the way that I now want to live, which is the Lord's way, is not acceptable. I'm somehow a square or a standout because I want to praise Jesus. I want to have a relationship. There are certain things that I'm not going to do because it's like, no, that goes against what I stand on, which is Jesus. So people want to condemn you for that. People want to make sly and slick remarks or even play with your character, thinking that just because you had this relationship with God, that you won't stand up for yourself. No, you're not going to do anything to me. Respectfully, my intent is not to go out here to cause anybody harm or even retaliate for what's done to me. But we are still human. You can only push people so far. So stop trying to take advantage of people who are now established a relationship with the Lord, and that's their walk of life. So now you want to think they soft or they good for it. That person that they used to be, they have to die to that person every day. So don't think that person won't come back and snap on you. All right, and that's the point of my message. And then to the people that have established a relationship with God, I know it's hard, and I know sometimes it can be lonely because not a lot of people are really moving the way that you're trying to move in this walk of God. But what God will do is God will put people in our vicinity. But one thing we have to be honest about is accepting those people into our lives, because those aren't the type of people that we are used to having. All right, I know this message was a little long, all over the place, but I felt it in my spirit. It was needed to be said because people are out here trying to test the real people of God. And first of all, you will have consequences from God from that, but don't think that you won't have consequences on earth from the people that you keep trying to test. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all.